Welcome to episode number 5 of the Walmart Sellers Podcast. You can't have the name the Walmart Sellers Podcast. We will fight you with our hands if you try to take that title from us because we were here first and we trademarked it. Right, James?
Yeah, totally.
I love it. All right, we're here today with... my name's Cody, and this is James, my co-host, and then we got Mark on today. Mark is someone who has been helping me with leads for one of my groups, and then we've been working together on that and just kind of getting to know each other for 6 months or something like that. And
been about that. Yeah,
I wanna pick your brain about your process for all that. But man, how are you tonight? Sorry, I know we haven't really talked. We just kind of hit play.
Yeah, no, doing good. Just kids are home from school, so they were using my other computer for their out schools. If you guys know what those are, those like online classes. But no, yeah, everything's going good. It's warming up here a little bit in the Midwest, but yeah, just glad to be here. This is kind of our first time like FaceTiming, I guess. But yeah, we've been working together for a while, and yeah, nice to see you too, James. But yeah, it's cool to talk to you guys. So
yeah, heck yeah. So are you selling on both platforms now?
Yeah, I'm on Amazon, Walmart, and then eBay mostly for returns, but also, those are fun doing, Gary V garage sale items and things like that too. But yeah, right now I'm still mostly Amazon. I'd say the split's probably a good 70-30, so 70 Amazon, 30 Walmart. Yeah, and I like to get more and more into Walmart, but I'm heavy in the toy category, so it's the volume, because I know you always hear the volume isn't as good on Walmart, which I don't really agree with that, especially come Q4. I think they're both almost similar, to be honest. But yeah, so really right now 70-30 Amazon, 30 Walmart. Looking to kind of get that closer to 50-50, but we're, it's a work in progress. So
yeah, I hear that. I just recently came off of a 7-day suspension with Walmart, which was a nightmare and not my fault. Unearned and in general complete bull crap if anybody from Walmart watches this, but whatever, I digress. During that time, because I do still have bills, I delisted everything from Walmart, or I delisted most everything from Walmart and sold it on Amazon, and it's so some of that stuff had been sitting there for a minute, and then the day that I listed it on Amazon is sold, and so it's kind of you never can really tell. But then I've had it the other way too, where it sits forever on Amazon, or the price is so low on Amazon that it doesn't make sense, and then you list it on Walmart and at the price you want to sell it, and then sell it. So I think the way of the future is both, having them both, having options, because Walmart chooses to screw you over, you can roll over to the Amazon side, and so on and so forth.
And when Amazon decides to screw you over.
yeah, it's like a ticking time bomb for sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I see it the same way. I think you have to have both, I think, at this point. Like me right away, eBay was my backup account, so I was if I got screwed over by Amazon, at least I have eBay, which that wouldn't be as good, but that's why I'm happy to have Walmart, because like you said, if one gets shut down, you can really just funnel everything to the other, and yeah, they go good together. That's for sure. I mean, it can't hurt having two marketplaces to compare prices, and yeah, it can only help. So
I agree, and I feel like the natural progression too that we've had is eBay is the backup, and I completely agree. I think Walmart is, for those who are Amazon heavy, it is the backup. But then some of us also end up being Walmart is the primary, Amazon is the backup, which is my situation. And I want to touch on the toys thing too, because I'm also primarily in toys.
Oh, nice.
It's 80% of my Walmart catalog, and the stuff flies. So I think I don't think that how everyone's like the volume isn't there. The volume's there. It's the content you're picking. It's the topics you're picking. How relevant are the toys to like today's kids and stuff? How hard is it to find? And I think a lot of that plays more of a role on Walmart than it does on Amazon, because Amazon has Keepa, right? All that Keepa data is there. It's available. Walmart, it's a lot more of, is this relevant?
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. I'll third the toy thing. As someone with a toy store, I'm an owner of a toy store, McCarson's Toy Store. That's mostly a joke because it's not profitable.
Yet it's not profitable yet.
Yet. I need more friends to say things like that. So our model is we're looking for it to be a perfect fit for 2 of the 3. So if it's Walmart, but worst case backup, I can sell it for a small profit in the store. I'm cool with that. Or Walmart and Amazon, but probably not going to touch the store, or Amazon in the store. And so like that's our whole shopping process is I want to have a plan A and a plan B out of the 3. And we're also doing a lot of toys. We really like the toy category. So, I think people underestimate toys outside of Q4 just as a category in general. And I think one of the reasons for that is people just don't understand rich people. Like, people who just have money, their kid's like, hey, I want to blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, okay, cool, no problem. Or they don't understand, like, divorced parents. You go to your
double the gifts.
Dad. Yeah, it's the weekend. Your dad's like, I really want my child to love me. I'm gonna buy him whatever. I guess that's probably still a rich person thing. But, you look like I guess people see like a $4 toy and it's selling for $22 on Walmart, and they're like, that's not selling. Nobody's buying.
It
that.
Is.
It
is.
It is. And if it weren't selling, there would be 14 dummies driving the price down bit by bit by bit, and that happens too. But if it's at $22 and it's a $4 toy, there's a reason. And also, James, I know what you're gonna say, but I have to say this, and this is not sponsored. I technically am sponsored by these people, but this is not sponsored. I went through the Martyr guy's presentation today, probably 20 minutes or something. It's recorded in the Discord if anybody wants to watch that. But it's pretty sweet. Like, for Walmart, like, their Histomart, what's it going to be called? Hold on, I still have it pulled up. Histomart, it's basically Keepa. Like, it has historical offer counts. It has the historical stock levels of the people who sold on there and when the stock levels drop down. It has reviews increasing. It has when Walmart was on the listing. And it has it in orange, which is hilarious because they're just saying, we want to be Keepa for, but, like, I was genuinely impressed. Like
it's awesome.
I haven't used half of their stuff. But Mark, aren't you affiliated with them or something too?
Yeah, with like Martyr. Really, I haven't seen the new thing yet, but yeah, I've been using Martyr for a while. That's been nice too. Just being able to see the stock count has been. I mean, you at least need some of that. Yeah, so that's been super helpful. But that seems cool too. I'll have to check that out. It's in the Your Learning Discord, the education one.
Yeah, I'll share. I recorded it. I wasn't sure if I was going to use the recording because, like, it's just the guy and he's at like obviously like a hotel.
He's just like
there,
dude.
Yeah, just like chilling, and it seems like a great guy. But I expected it to be like more like, I don't know, like a presentation. And he was like, oh, just check this out. This is cool. And I was like, that is cool. Like I was doing
he knows what people want to see, because that's like the pain points of Walmart. And the stock count thing definitely has changed for us. We use Sellify, or not Sellify. Sellify is one of the other ones. Scan Power is what we've been using, because I like to be able to flip back and forth with just a tap. So for us, that's cool. Been really cool. I've actually increased like the amount of because we cut out all FBA, so we're doing FBM only Amazon. So it's definitely increased the amount of FBM offers and sales that we've had on Amazon just from being able to do that. And then stock count for Walmart has been amazing. It's so nice to see, Walmart's only got 3 WFS in stock, so like I'm gonna compete against them because of the time it checks in, it'll probably sell.
Yeah, and it's weird because it seems to be at least like Martyr, like because even Keepa sometimes it'll be like, oh, Amazon has 30, but they could have 100,000. You know what I mean? Like, but it seems weird how, or not weird, just Martyr. It's pretty accurate. Like when it says Walmart has 5, like you could buy 5, and then they'll show they're out of stock, which is kind of cool because usually Keepa, you know it's pretty close, but it's still kind of like. It could be off a bit, but
Well, Amazon can hide behind order limits. That's that stock stuff, right? So even though Walmart has a 12 max order limit, it doesn't hide their total inventory, which is really cool.
Yeah. That must be it then. See, you solved it already. That makes sense. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, we would be remiss to not mention Noah Mensis too. He's working on Walmart software for Walmart to Walmart flips, and
nice.
Hey, I'm all for it. I mean, bring on the tools. I hope they all compete, and I hope they all lower their price to $1 a month and competing against each other because I want more tools. Our plan,
right.
For the next several years is reinvest every dollar into Walmart. We're trying to grow to $100,000 months, with high margin, Walmart flips, and that's what we like. And so I'll take all the tools I can get my hands on.
Yeah, like are you guys using repricers for Walmart yet?
I used Flash Pricer.
Do you use that? Okay.
I don't currently use it because I am very cheap, but
it's expensive for what it is.
I am too, man.
Yeah, that's not to say I hate them. Like I liked their software a lot, and I paid for it for months, but it just wasn't like the cost. It's a real premium price. What are you using?
Okay, I don't use anything for Walmart, to be honest. It's part of my morning routine. I have to sit there and manually reprice it like every morning. It only takes 10 minutes. You don't have to do it every day too, and because I've noticed too, I don't know if you guys have noticed too, it seems like a lot more kind of like doing the penny thing is happening like recently, which it is what
There's
it
more
is.
Sellers, so it's gonna happen naturally,
right? But I've just been noticing that it's like, man, it would be like a couple of my items, and now it's almost like doubled that, and which is fine. It's all part of it, but I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of seeing a trend. But like you said, James, it's probably just there's more people jumping on, so.
And I match buy bucks. I don't penny drop. So like these people need to knock that shit off.
Yes.
Yes. Influencers influence the audience to reprice.
There's a buy box.
I know there's some known Amazon repricers that I'm aware of that are working on pulling up Walmart stuff. It's kind of hush hush, so I'm not going to name drop, but I think that'll be a game changer for a lot of us. The other thing too is an inventory lab similar to for Walmart, which I guess the Martyr guys are. I think they have the inventory eagle or whatever.
Yeah.
So that combined with a repricer is going to be amazing.
So what you're talking about, if it works like what he said, it's called Inventory Falcon.
There you go. Yeah.
It's branding, bro. You gotta get the branding right. Again, we're not being paid for this. So
I'm not an influencer, okay? I barely post on Instagram. Leave me alone.
Call it Inventory Eagle, but for real, if it works the way he showed me that it works, it uploads all your stuff for you. You just put in the UPC, and then it searches the web for your SDS sheet if you need it. It puts everything in there except for your cost, and then like a couple other like minor things, but like all the stupid questions, all that.
Nice.
Like he said like 45 seconds to a minute per item if you're doing it individually. So like be way faster than what my VA is doing. Because our workflow currently is I scan it into a Google Sheet, and then my VA overnight adds whatever was added, and she just goes through and manually does it one by one. I know I should bulk upload, but we just haven't ever changed over to it yet. So
Shame.
Yeah. It's a pain. They rolled out like the new way to do it. There's like Express or whatever like that. And I'm surprised that if you convert to WFS right away, it actually, for the most part, works. Compared to the older version, remember that was such a pain. But like the other day, I added maybe 10 things and did WFS right away, and they actually were WFS they publish that way. It's like, oh man, that's awesome. Because normally you have to convert, seller fulfilled then to WFS, and it's kind of a pain.
Were they simple uploads, or were they did they have batteries?
No batteries, so maybe you're right. If it was batteries, I could see
SDS
that.
and battery stuff and potentially food might throw more errors than you're seeing. Simple uploads, no issue there. I bulk everything and I upload seller fulfilled first, and then I convert with bulk. I did 164 listings today in probably an hour.
Nice. That's pretty quick, actually. Yeah.
If you know how to run Excel like fluently and efficiently, it's not hard. It's the people who don't have experience with Excel. And clicking the right thing, and going to the right spot. Because I even price changed with bulk upload. So I take the bulk seller fulfilled sheet and I just run around the warehouse and I scan everything that's going. I put $69.99 for the price for everything, and I put the shipping weight as one number because it doesn't change anything. Don't do it, people. Don't do what I'm saying. Do it the right way. So then I upload it. So then it puts 164 in there, and I re-upload every single week. If it's the same item, I still re-upload it because it updates the price at the same time. So then when it checks in, or if I haven't price changed in a while, it's going to price change and potentially sell a little quicker. And it's actually helped keep my price competitive score back up. I finally got my pro seller badge back.
Nice. I hated that thing, man, when they introduced that competitive.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I still hate it.
Yeah.
So then once they're all uploaded, that it's a little more difficult because you have to, with the way they changed the unpublished to see everything, you have to do a couple filters. But then I filter it for the unpublished Walmart first, then I download those, then I re-upload them at the right price. Because in the sheet, when you download the item from your catalog, it gives you the buy box price and the suggested price in a column. So you just copy and paste it over and you upload it, and in 5 minutes you have 40 price changes on the items that you overpriced by just putting $69.99 for everything. So I'm doing that for all WFS already converted and Walmart fulfilled, and then I only have to convert seller fulfilled, and I do the price changes when I'm doing the conversion. And if you open the catalog and do, what is that column? So you can add a column in for product type, and you can only convert 10 product types at a time, right? But if you have 60 things in 12 different product types, you just click all of the 10 of one, and you convert all of them at once. So you can convert 50 things at once as long as it's 10 product types or less. So for me, it's... Wow. I'm just doing it really quick, and in an hour I did the whole catalog that I needed to do.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And that was one thing, I wasn't using bulk upload before the new system. That was one thing I wish I found out way earlier, because doing it one by one, that was was very bad. Yeah.
I need a hat. Bulk upload, Cody. Where is it? It should be in the mail.
That could be the name of the podcast. Fun fact, circa 2012, 2013, I dropped out of college because I failed an Excel class and was going to have to take it again. And I actually went to take it again and then dropped out because I was going to fail it a second time.
Oh my God. I didn't know that.
And so I dropped out of college. I promise this is true. I decided to drop out of college altogether and go pursue a career as a waiter. That was my plan. Yep.
And here you are.
Nice.
And here I am today.
And now you're using
selling
Google
crap on the
Sheets. Yeah. Well, Google Sheets, you got that down then, right? You're, using it for your VA.
It is, it's
Rudimentary at best.
It's one column, and I just put the next number down, and so.
No, I'm the same way, man. I'm bad at Excel. Like, I have to use, I'm not the greatest technology-wise, too. Like, I'm typing in ChatGPT, how do you add the column? That's my shortcut. I'm bad too. But I use ChatGPT. I'm like, how do you do this simple, adding all the columns? And I'm with you on that, man. It's tough. But I just learned something from James, so I got to play around with it more because that was awesome.
It'll speed you up, especially for those who don't have VAs. If you find ways to speed up your process, you're not going to hate your life.
Yeah, because that can be a pain.
You guys
for sure.
That. Mark,
Cody fell asleep over there.
I was kind of like, the numbers going on up here. I was like, I'm not listening to this. Okay.
My previous job, I made so many graphs and Excel charts, and I'm good at it. I don't like it, but I'm good at it.
Well, that's awesome, man. You definitely can use that with Walmart then. That's
until
good.
they decide to get their head out of their ass.
Yeah, they'll switch to Amazon's way.
We don't have to use that, Mark, how long have you been selling online?
Yeah, so it's been just about 4 years now, actually. Okay. So, started, 2021, about this time, actually. So, I started, I wouldn't recommend it. I started basically full-time reseller. I quit my job and then started doing RA and all that stuff. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it because that was tough.
That's stressful.
It's stressful, and you think you got all this money, it's everything's selling, and then especially that first payout, it takes it's 6 weeks or whatever it is, it's. Mm-hmm. So it's just sitting there. You're like, come on, I got a credit card to pay. What's happening? Yeah, but yeah. So I'm about 4 years, and I know you guys have been doing it for quite a while too, right? I believe, yeah. Nice.
When did you start, James?
I'm at 7 years.
Yeah, nice.
December of 2018, I opened my Amazon account.
Yeah, I'm
nice.
Around there. I started in 2017, but I probably didn't start my Amazon account till somewhere right in there.
Yeah, I've done eBay since I was a kid. I used to help my mom with her home business before.
That's awesome.
Then she had a retail store. I used to help there. I did my own eBaying a little bit on the side here and there. I've just always done it.
What'd you sell on eBay? Because I did that too. I did Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering. That's another card game. I used to sell those, a while ago, yeah.
I did a lot of when I was younger. It was just stuff around the house that I didn't want anymore.
Oh, sure.
And then my mom had a pet boutique, so she handmade collars and leashes for cats, dogs, whatever. So she had an eBay store for that. And then when we started doing it kind of religiously, right before COVID and as COVID hit, we've always done vintage. I'm in Florida, so there's, estate sales, garage sales galore pretty much all year round, except for the 2 months when it's really hot. People don't really do them. They'll do estate sales, but they don't do garage sales. So we just had an abundance of that. And then currently our main catalog, so we have 6,000 listings, 6,400 listings.
Holy
but
cow.
5,600, 5,800, maybe even 6,000 or more is vintage postcards.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
we the eBay standard envelope is great.
Yeah, good for cards too, like trading cards and stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's like our category that we're like in the top percentages of like people who sell in that category or whatever. Um, and you
Nice.
make $4 or $5 a card. You sell two or three a day. It takes several hours to do a week's worth of listings, and we have the Epson scanner. You just feed them in, and then you can Excel upload your data for
Oh man, nice.
for your listings.
I don't know if
So
I
Get
could
me started about Excel.
Cody will go take a nap. But yeah, so you can list through Excel. There's a template for that on eBay. It's pretty cool. But when you're just doing something that it's one product type, and the only thing that changes is the title, it's really easy. So you can get a lot done like that. Yeah, like probably 70 to 100 listings in a couple of hours, and that lasts us for a week.
That's
We
awesome.
try to we schedule them 10 a day just to keep it active, but it's not our primary focus. That's only a couple hours every week, and it's just money when it comes in. It goes out with everything else. Keeps the eBay store active, which also has all of our returns. And as I'm out there more lately too, I've been actually buying specific things for eBay as retail arbitrage stuff. So, I'm not Cody. I'm not going to give it up, but it's definitely not our primary focus.
I hate eBay. I hate eBay so much. I hate eBay strongly.
You don't miss it at all, huh, man? I don't blame you. It's different.
Yeah, there's been times where I'm like, I'd like to go yard selling, and I hope I do at some point. I enjoyed the sourcing part, but
Listing sucks.
yeah, doing everything with eBay and then like just that I had a bad experience with them, and so the people who have good experiences, like they get defensive. Like when I posted about liquidating my eBay, if you go look at the comments, people are like, "That's not how it works. You're wrong." Like they're like saying like that eBay wouldn't do that. We love eBay. They would never do that to you. And like, so yeah, I won't beat a dead horse. But if I could make it something I've thought about with the store is if I could go and find yard sale stuff with the kids on Saturdays and then list it on Facebook and offer shipping on Facebook, but also put in that they could pick it up at the store. That could fit. Like that could work.
No, and that's awesome. I mean, you have a storefront too, so all your returns could go right there. So you don't have to ship them, and so you kind of have your own like eBay basically. So
a little bit. People come in and they're like, "This whole table is this. It's all $1," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Even this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want that anymore. Please pay me $1 and I'll carry it out for you." It's a
that's awesome
when it works like that. So.
That's cool. That's something that's just cool that you do retail too. On top of it's like full circle. You're doing like all of it. That's cool.
I don't want to tell anybody this, but I love retail. Like I genuinely have just every moment of building and like interacting with the customers and like I've loved it. Like it's been like a really like energizing thing for me, and I didn't expect that at all. I expected I told Haley, my wife, I was like, I don't want to be stuck in a store 40 hours a week, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and we're only open 2 days a week, and so it's kind of I bet I would burn out fast if I tried to run it too fast. But I've really enjoyed the process and like the marketing for it and like getting people in there and
that's cool.
It's a cool compliment. I've even thought about like if I could talk somebody like Mark into like you're doing all these big sales online and then your returns and like your other crap that you hate just ship to me and I'll buy them bulk as like a liquidation thing. Like I bet there's tons of sellers who would just ship it to my store and then I could sell it on consignment or something like that. Like really work
100%. There's even I can't think of the company, but there's a few of them out there that's their whole thing. You send them your Amazon returns. Well, I mean, you guys know too, and you definitely could do that. So that's cool. And I mean, it's your retail store, which is cool. Like, because I worked retail. it's different when it's not, right? You have no skin in the
Yeah,
game, but
yeah, sure. You're
yeah,
right,
if it's yours, it's kind of like that's your customer, So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Like it's different. So
That's like working for yourself, right? You're gonna work harder and better for yourself than you will for anyone else. So it's
yeah,
your store. You get to make the choices. You get to make the decisions.
right.
yeah, and this is kind of left field too. But something else we've talked about. My friend and kind of my mentor, Max Common Ground Funds. He told me what he made on Whatnot last year. What he profited on Whatnot last year, and it blew me away. Like I was,
Yeah,
like,
I saw you scheduled a show. I was like,
I have a
Oh,
show, I have a show
nice,
tomorrow.
nice.
Yeah. So like
Nice.
he told me he runs a group for booksellers, and so I'm not a bookseller currently. I have been, but I met him through something completely different, and we're just he's helped me several. He actually invested in my business a long time ago, and by invested he gave me like a shark loan with like a really good interest rate. Like he really helped me. This was probably 5 years ago or something. But anyways,
Nice.
he told me what he made on Whatnot, and so I've thought like I don't want to do Whatnot, but if I could pay somebody minimum wage times 2 or something to come in and run a 2-hour show every day, like $20-$30 a day for them to run a show every day out of the store, that could make a lot of sense. Like that could solve a lot of my problems. So
could be the next Daily Refinement. He's running them Whatnots, paying somebody else to do it.
Yeah, like Gary Vaynerchuk
It's not
said,
bad.
he says the future of retail is live shopping. He said
Yeah.
you're gonna go to these brand stores, and it's gonna be the primary days, Friday and Saturday or whatever their busy days are. It's gonna be a store, and then the rest of the week you're gonna walk by and they're gonna be closed or like closed off, and it's gonna be people in there live selling online and doing Whatnot type shows. And
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen some of that on TikTok. Like if you guys see, there's people, they'll be like in Target and they'll just be like, look, this Lego, like, it's $50, buy it now for 60. Like they'll take a cut or whatever. But
hey,
I mean, that's
smart.
That's
I do
interesting.
that with clearance.
Yeah.
Imagine Richie
Definitely.
Hustles or somebody like that live streams. They're just like, this is $1. I'll sell it for $7, but it's worth 50, or whatever. Like you can make money doing that.
Let's scan it on the Amazon seller app. All right, you're gonna profit $15. I'm gonna list it for $5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, hey, people would buy that.
They probably
they
would.
would,
That's an
for
easy
sure.
way to source.
Yeah, especially those stores that only have 1 or 2 of certain things, or toys. Even you find a chase or like a rare variant, like
Yep.
yeah. No, and Whatnot seems kind of cool too. Like I've actually had an account on that for might even be like 2 years. I've never done anything with it, because it was during COVID. Like I would watch those. Like there were Pokemon cards. My kids were getting into them again. So I would watch the people just, they just sit there. It's all faceless for the most part. And they just, will rip cards and you buy them there. And I think even Gary V's kind of doing that now too with V Friends. So like I could see that becoming something too, which is it's just all interesting kind of seeing what all this stuff's going on now. So.
Yep. I don't know exactly what my business will look like in a year from now, but I bet it will be different than what it is right now. Like I think there's a lot of things changing. I was telling James before we got on, I don't know if you follow, I can't remember his username, but he has like a big prep center, and he posted today that RA/OA is dead. And I was like, I really value this guy's opinion. What's his name?
You literally told me what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember it now.
Hold on. I got
Anyways,
you. James Universe.
James Universe. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I really like his content, and like I follow what he said. Like I think he has a lot of really smart things to say. And I saw him post that, and I was like, "Holy crap! Like what is going
what's
on,
happening?"
dude?
Yeah,
like that can't be true. And it turns out, like I don't know if he was mistaken or if he was being like facetious or something, but in a lot of ways, it's not dead, but it's definitely harder than it was a year ago. Significantly harder, in my opinion.
100%. Yeah, and with all these Section 3s and like To be honest, I mean, like when I started, I was doing the whole, because that's kind of what got me into reselling. I saw those videos, people going to Marshalls, getting the Nike, Under Armour. So I started with that, but honestly, like, I don't want to sell that stuff now at all. Just because it seems like, at least online, from what you hear, it seems like it's a lot of the Nike and stuff kind of, getting gated or getting restricted or Section 3s. So it's like, that stuff too is kind of like, seems kind of iffy now,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, 18 months ago it was the toys with the SDS.
That's true.
Product. So like my main category for a minute, people were like, "I'm never selling toys again. I'm never touching toys again." And it's like, oh well, like what's next?
Right.
Like maybe they'll leave Nike alone. I got regated in Nike, by the way.
Same.
Very sad.
Oh, recently? Recently you did?
Yeah. Within like last week or something. I also got regated another brand that I like to sell that I'm not going to say publicly, but it hurt my feelings. And to ungate it, I'll tell you when we stop recording, Mark. But when they regated it, to get it to submit, I have to have 300 units.
Oh man.
To ungate, and I'm like,
Yep.
who does that help?
Pretty much every health and beauty brand that they regated me in is 300 units.
Yeah.
For me.
That's such
Dove,
a random
I can't
number.
sell Dove. Like, why?
Yeah.
Colgate, Tums.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like like those are all wholesale products. Like, but I mean, even the other stuff, like the one that I'm thinking of that hurt my feelings so much. It's like, could I get an invoice with 200 units on it? Probably, maybe, but it would be like real hard. Like it would be like
You'd have to brand direct, and like that's probably a lot of money. And then there's the risk that Amazon doesn't even accept the invoice.
Yeah, Amazon's like, no, we don't like that one.
Yeah.
Just one more. It's
Yeah,
like,
then you're
but
stuck
I
with
took
all
a
that.
second mortgage out to get this one.
And I'm seeing some stuff too. Like people will get the 200 invoice, and Amazon denies it, and they want 3, and then they give 3, and then they want 5. It's like, where does it end?
I believe that. I totally.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I know people are saying that it's not to like prevent fraud or whatever, but if it's for fraud sellers, it's a lot easier for someone to fraudulently get an invoice for 200 or 300 units than it is for me to get a legitimate invoice. And it's like, I feel like in some ways it's like gonna have the opposite effect, because there's on the other side of the spectrum, there's a Cody type seller that is willing to do sketchy crap, and they're gonna, and maybe they're taking, hold on, my computer's about to die.
Shame.
Holy crap! I almost lost you guys forever. That was I had an adrenaline rush going on right now.
Saved it.
Be sure it's not the rain you're drinking.
The sugar and caffeine rushing through my veins. I don't remember what I was saying, but 300 units is crazy. I don't get it.
I agree.
Yeah.
My Nike Ungate is still only 10 units, which is weird.
it?
Like
That's
my
weird.
Regate is 10 units.
Mine
Yeah.
I think mine is 200 units.
Yeah, everyone.
That's so
some guy
weird.
on Facebook was arguing with me. He's like, everybody's at 100 units, and I just sent a screenshot of 10, and he's like, no, that's not real. I'm like, it literally says 10 units in my account. Like, what do you want?
Yeah,
No,
see,
we're
and
gonna
I don't
check
know
this
why
live.
that stuff's not all uniform, It should be like a standard. Yeah.
While we're talking about, okay, looks like I'm not gated at all anymore. Hold on,
Oh, look at you.
that could be great. Apply to sell. Dang it, Amazon, you're playing with my heart. All right, let's see. Request approval. Let's see what we got. No, okay. Show the combined purchase of at least 100 units. Yeah, sad.
Yep.
Very
Mine's
sad.
10, man. 10.
Whatever, bro.
How weird. See, that stuff's crazy.
The issue with it is, like, they automated too much of it, and they let gray area get through. That's the problem. And I think they're trying to fix gray area, and it's not going well.
Yeah, I saw somebody.
I agree.
I saw somebody saying they're going to lose all of our FBA fees, and they were talking about how big of a business they are. And I was thinking to myself, like, you're nothing. Like, one or two, like, even 7-figure sellers, like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not gonna get anybody's attention. Like their base of fees is so incredibly large. Like, they can just trim us off, and it doesn't matter. And like nobody's losing sleep except for us.
Right. Which is why it's really nice to have Walmart too. You know, like always having just some kind of, or like you guys said, if Walmart's your main and something crazy happens there, which doesn't seem like anything crazy is happening yet, like knock on wood, you know, it's good to have the two. So, but it also seems like they're doing all that, like, you know, are they trying to push out the smaller sellers? You know what I mean? Like, because, like, when I started out, there's no way I could get 300 units of, you know, a Nike sock or... So I wouldn't be able to sell the brand at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's...
And, like, how's a soccer mom going to get 300 units to get her first product, you know, when she's strapping for cash just to buy inventory?
Yeah, so... Yeah. And who knows? Maybe in like a month it'll all switch to 10 again. And I mean, they keep us on our toes. Yeah, it's, you never know. So see what happens.
Jeff Bezos, if you end up watching this, man, listen to me. Hear me out. Please take these complaints and you know, take it to heart and fix these problems for us small sellers.
Even though you don't matter and you're not the CEO anymore.
But he's probably still has some sway and like some, you know, Jeff walks in, he's like, hey, what's up, Mr. Bezos? And he's like, hey, I saw this podcast. Cody McCarson was like, hey, you got to think for these small sellers, even though it doesn't make financial sense for you. And you should probably just cut them off anyways. Soccer moms need to make money too.
And I wanna go back to the fee section because I wanna, the Amazon still makes money if you FBM only, right? Like, that's clear, that's a given. They make 8 to 15%, whatever, similar to exactly like Walmart, 8 to 15% depending. They have to do less work when you FBM. They're going to make more money off of you if you FBM than if you FBA, because FBA is a loss leader, right? Like, the shipping and returns costs a lot of money.
Right.
So they're probably happy to lose a bunch of FBA sellers, which is my opinion of what is happening. They want to push people to FBM because the placement fees, right? They offset the costs that they've been eating for years.
Yeah.
Onto sellers, and now everybody's pulling out of FBA, which makes their operation a little smaller because now we rely on the post office, UPS, and FedEx, and they can shrink down and become a manageable size again.
I could see that too, man, because even, I mean, those placement fees were crazy. So are you guys mainly just FBM then on Amazon?
100%.
Yeah, I haven't FBA'd since November of last year.
Yep. January, the second week in January was my last shipment. And anything else that just last week that hasn't sold since then, I've recalled.
Oh, really? To just FBM it or send to Walmart kind of thing?
I'm sending it all to Walmart. It was all bad buy, technically, at this point. But it was like 30 units that I had sitting there, and they just weren't doing it. I dumped the price to like $5, and they still didn't move. But I've sold them on Walmart, so like I'm just sending them to Walmart. But yeah, I have maybe like 2 units in FBA right now because I can't recall them yet.
Nice. Okay. And see, I got a lot FBA still going on. But it's funny, when I started though, I was only FBM for like the first like year when I was selling, and I, you know, because I heard you guys talk about that before, how you're just FBMing Amazon for the most part, and I think that is smart because, I mean, it is day and night, you know. Like, I just sent in 3 boxes the other day. It's almost triple, you know, what Walmart is. And, you know, FBM, you just got to be stocked up on supplies. So if you got everything, you know, it makes sense. I'm also, you know, I can be lazy sometimes too, though. So sometimes it's like, I'll throw it in a box, but the product has to be good enough to eat the extra, you know, buck plus whatever for it to make sense. So
for my inbound numbers for last year, and I would do every week, every single week, an Amazon shipment and a Walmart shipment. So this is January 5th of 24 was my first shipment, and my last one was December 13th.
Okay.
Amazon yearly average of my inbound is 31 cents a pound, or 31 cents a unit, 51 cents a pound. My Walmart inbound is 14 cents a unit, 24 cents a pound. So it's half the price to WFS Walmart than Amazon. That's aggregate data across a whole year.
Crazy. Yeah, that's... See, and I wonder, too, long-term, like, you know, if you guys thought about it, too, just how much, you know, I don't know if market share is the right word, but just how many sellers are going to kind of do, you know, what you guys are doing, you know, switching, like you said, to FBM, and maybe that is their plan to get the warehouses a little more lean. But even, too, just seeing Walmart, I mean, you know, I think it's like a matter of time, too, to see if they start kind of, you know, I don't even want to say it, but, you know, raise fees or...
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
happen.
mean? Yeah, so... But, you know, it's just interesting to see if Amazon's going to kind of react to if, you know, enough people actually start leaving to Walmart, or even, I mean, we're all dipping our toes in it, or more. So, you know, some people are way more, like you guys, you know, more Walmart. So it's just curious to see if that plays out at all, you know. But
I think it will, 100%. And I don't think we'll see it quickly. I think maybe 2-3 years from now, we might see that push a lot more as they continue to pull. Amazon continues to pull the crap they're pulling, right? They're re-getting us, so I can't sell half of what I used to. So my numbers are 80% less, so they re-get you more because your volume's a lot less, right?
Right.
And then just the number of sellers who just won't even start now because it's so much harder than it was even a year ago.
Well, and like we said,
just quit. Like some people are just that. Like,
right.
They're gonna say, "Hey, man, this sucks. I'm going back to work, or or I'm going to do some other business like TikTok Shop affiliate or Etsy print on demand and blah blah blah, all these other things."
Yeah, I mean it is hard. It was fun during COVID, like where it was, you know, like
easy money,
shooting fish in a bear. Like I remember literally, I would walk in to like the Lego aisle of any store, and it was like 9 out of 10 were just like money, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, it's changed, that's for sure.
COVID Christmas was insane.
Yeah.
All that was insane. Jeez, it's a blur. When I look back, like,
Chlorine,
crazy times, yeah. Yeah, there's still crazy times available that now, though. Like, I think somebody could start now, and they could, jump in and...
yeah, they should start on Walmart is what they should do.
Or just do whatever makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I think if I were starting over, I would start with an Amazon account and a Walmart account, and then maybe, Facebook or eBay, pick your poison for a third, just to liquidate stuff. And then, used books, merchant fulfilled, there's money there. Used books, FBA, there's probably still money there. I can't imagine how there is. But, like, sorry, I'm disproving my point as I'm making it. I'm sorry. But, no, like, there's ways to do this. Like, Mark just said he's doing FBA, and paying the extra 400% in the fee increase still makes sense for him to make money, like... there's lots of different ways to do it, and there's lots of opportunity, and I think where people get in trouble is they come in thinking the guy in the YouTube ad said this is going to be easy, this is
the furu.
You can scale to 10K profit a month in the first few months with as little as $500, and it's a low risk passive way to make money. But all those crazy things that people say, like, come in, know it's gonna freaking suck, it's gonna be hard, and you're gonna have to figure out, and it's gonna be more expensive than you think too. You're gonna pay people that you don't even know exist yet, and like that's gonna happen to you, and so it's hard, but it's possible. Like, it's still viable, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree.
It's just a steep learning curve, like Because how long did it take you guys to get? Well, see, I like never feel like I'm always like totally good at it yet. Like there's always room to grow. But I feel like it took me about a good year to like really, at least be a little dangerous. Like it's a pretty steep learning curve, I feel like.
Yeah.
For me, I just got lucky. Truly, like I just I was willing to work a lot, and I got lucky. And I was a part of a bolo group almost immediately after I started, and I just had followed a guy, and then he said, everybody who follows me, I'm going to put in a close friends, and then he later on turned that close friends into a bolo group, and then at the most I ever, I forget how many people were in it, but he would share everything he was doing, and that really, like it launched me. Like, I was able to make enough money to really get the ball rolling, and I made a lot of mistakes after that, but getting started, like I was really lucky, and
that's
learning
the
the
first
business.
step and the hardest step is just going out there and doing it for the first time.
Yeah, go scan 100 things. Yeah, like people are like, I can't find anything. I'm like, how many things have you scanned? How much research have you done to find your first product? And it's like not that many. Like it's like a BS answer. Like not 100, right?
Like 10.
Go scan 100. Yeah, like go scan 100. Well, I
spent 10 minutes in a Walmart and I didn't find anything. Well,
I went to the clearance section and didn't find it like you said I would. It's like, there's more to it. Like learning the processes of it and then doing what you learned. Like there's like a whole. Mark, are you RA or are you OA? What are you doing most of now?
So right now I'm like 99, 95% or so actually wholesale. So I do
good for you.
Little bit OA here and there on some reblends, and I really want to get back to doing RA because I had my routes because I only did RA for like the first year and a half or so, and it's like I know I'm leaving money there. It's like, but I got wholesale and stuff that's kind of keeping me busy, but that's like it's still there. I'm like I got to get back out there. So, but right now it's majority wholesale. So it switches all the time, but right now that's where I'm at. So
awesome.
Wholesale toys. That's what you're doing. Like mainly in the toy category, mainly sourcing wholesale.
Yep, and I like kind of started with wholesale like when I first started because when they would say like, oh, you need distributor or wholesale to get ungated, right? I took that to heart. So I thought you had to actually, but some you do have to get a distributor or wholesale invoice, but like I didn't know you could just go to Eastbay or like it. So I was kind of starting to do wholesale even back then, just like dabbling in it a little bit, but so it's always kind of been there. So, but now that's what I'm doing the majority of. So
yeah, that's so cool, man. That's completely different than what I'm doing and what James is doing too.
Same.
So, what any advice for people that want to do, source from, or not even source from, just find that that source or a couple of sources like that? Like how did you get in that position?
Sure, yeah. So for wholesale, like it almost seems harder than it is, but it's really all I would do is when I was doing RA, I would find like we all do, you'd find 10, 15 products that are just killers, right? That are just so I would then just go to the brand's website and simply just look like, okay, where they got to be distributing this somewhere, and half the time it'll be right there on the website, or I would just call customer service or email them and they'd be like, here you go, here's who we use, and then I'm like, oh, all right, well that's easy, and then you'd get 10 distributors and which one's close to you and kind of go from there. So I would start there. What you're selling now, what's like really good, just look them up and kind of see what they're all about and start there.
That's an amazing answer. You should type that up in a like a Word document and be like, here's my super secret process for
$100. It's all yours.
Right. I saw somebody charging. I got an ad for someone charging $4,000 for a mentorship, And I'm not going to say if it would be worth it or it wouldn't be worth it. I'm just going to say that's a lot of money, and that's a crazy thing to do. And I'm not telling anybody to do it or not to do it, because the moment I do, they're going to be like, I paid it and it was worth it, and who knows?
That's a lot. Yeah,
they'll clip it and add it as a testimonial into their.
Right. Yeah. But no, but for real, that's a great, like, that's a really, I'm gonna do that. So one thing I've been thinking about a lot is I have a storefront now. I have like a legit storefront, and so I want to. What I'd really like to do is, holy crap, we've been talking for almost an hour.
Heck
Mark,
yeah.
you're so easy to talk to, man.
Oh wow, yeah, it's flying by.
But anyways, if I could get an account with the wholesale suppliers that won't give you an account unless you have a storefront.
Yeah,
I think I could
Lego.
get those accounts and then order, and then I would have an advantage with that, and maybe even sell it to other resellers or something like that. Like I think there's an opportunity there.
Just be careful if you have terms in your agreement, but
right, yeah, of course, etc. Yeah, and all that.
Oh, definitely. I think trading card
CYA.
games.
Yeah. Who? I mean, I guess don't say it now on here, but like, where do I go where I'm like, I want Pokemon at wholesale prices? Like, that exists, right?
Yeah,
like
you
that,
need a storefront. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, especially, man, you get into Whatnot, you could be one of the
Could
Pokemon
be a card
guys.
breaker. Yeah.
I could be a card breaker. That would be cool.
It would be cool.
I don't think I'll ever want to be a live salesman person. Like, being on there and being like, please buy my Fuggler so I can pay my bills. Like, pretty please. Like, that sounds chill. Like, I like the idea of listing it and not being a live.
You just name drop the product. How dare you?
I mean, it's not a good product. That's a real. Don't source those. But for real, there is a market locally that doesn't exist online. Like, it's completely different, and like being able to sell stuff in store for a 25 or 50% markup without any fees, and then they're like, well, that's a no-brainer, because if I go on Amazon, I have to pay double that, or whatever. Like, I can undercut everybody online for the people that are willing to walk into my store retail. So
I think about that too, man. Or if I had a retail store, I mean, you could sell it for lower than what's in like a Target even, because you don't have to count for shipping and all that stuff. And no, I think that's
as long
smart.
as you
That's smart.
got a good margin on it, I think 25 to 50 might even be a little low.
Could be
for the stuff you're trying to find, and as long as you're charging tax and doing that the right way, like, that's no big deal. I would do it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Wholesale. I didn't even realize you were doing wholesale. That's well, we should have talked about that for an hour. That's,
you can always bring them back, man.
Yeah,
you can always.
Will you come
There you
back
go.
on sometime and shoot the crap again with us?
Sounds good, man. It was fun. Yeah, we could always talk about that. Even off camera, whatever. If you want, we can talk about that. Have questions? Sure. I'm an open book, man.
When we post this, is there anything? First off, what's your Instagram and social media? People can go find you.
Yeah, it's ecom_with_Mark. That's on Instagram and Twitter. I actually have to make sure that's what it is. That sounds right.
That's funny. I think I'm about to change mine too. By the way.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you have any do you have anything like coaching or anything you'd like to share that we can put in the notes of the show where people can buy from you?
Sure. Yeah. No, I did offer coaching before. I just got to fix the link and all that. But if anyone wants to, I'm always available. We could set up a call and, try to do something. But I don't have anything beyond that really. So, but yeah, if anyone wants to hop on a call, I'm down for that. So you can shoot me a DM and we can talk story, whatever I could try to do to help.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. People who answer that question like that I'm not sure if it'll show up. I'm pointing at him, at Mark. I'm not sure how to show up on the recording. But anyways, people who answer that question like that, Yeah.
There you go.
The way he just answered that, that is the person that you can get a tremendous amount of value from coaching wise. And I've bought coaching from a lot of sketchy places, and I can tell you this: like the people who are like, "Yeah, I'll do coaching, sure," and just message me. We'll talk. Versus the person that's like, I can guarantee to get you $10,000 a month profit in your first month. You just have to buy my, super duper whatever. Like, it's a different thing, and like there are really just people in the world. They're just practitioners. They're doing it, and then like they'll just talk to you like a person. And I wish that I loved coaching. Doing the one-on-one stuff. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, because you guys were doing that, right? Don't you guys have that service too? I thought white glove.
Yeah,
white glove service.
We started. James does coaching, and you can message him.
It's nothing like built official like website, like all that.
Sure.
It's literally message us and we'll figure something out. Like it's.
What interests me is doing the recorded sessions for the group. Like, I want, like, the group is my, like, 10-year project. I want to have, like, really, really good coaching in there that's, that people can watch down the road. And so, like, doing anything non-recorded that's not going towards that. For me personally, like, it's just, like, I want to make sure I'm using my time efficiently.
But I get that.
Anybody that's starting out or, like one 30-minute coaching session can, like, put you forward a year. Or more if you just talk to somebody who's smart and willing to really like to give you the value for the time. So
no, I agree. Or even someone to be there to ask questions, because in the beginning you have like 1,000, and then you don't know who you can really trust too. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
at first,
yeah.
It's so that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't do my first WFS shipment for so long. I was actually I'm in my basement for so long because I couldn't, like, I was just so nervous about it. And then I did a coaching session with, it's recorded in the group too, by the way, with Sarah, Arbitrage Avenue. And she was like, yeah, you just do this and this and this, and then you just blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay. And
that then, same recording helped me.
Is that, that's
exactly
funny. That taught me too. I had to watch that. Yeah, because I'm like, because she showed literally step by step, like that was so helpful. Where that would have took me probably like 2 weeks to, and I would have sent it to like Amazon or like, you know what I mean? Where she made it so easy. So that's funny. That helped us all.
Sarah. Yeah, she's an amazing. She's dope. Well, cool. Well, Mark, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it. I would love to have you back on and shoot the crap and talk shop or something. So, if we can ever do anything on our side, let us know. And all right, everybody. Well, that's the end of the show. Have a good night. All right, see you. Bye.